Hello everyone, I am Subhash Chaudhary and with me are my teammates Siddharth Verma, Siddharth Sunatkari and Piyush Kumar Suman. We are group 15 and our seminar topic is electron beam machining of ceramics. The motive of this seminar is to understand the need of electron beam machining, what exactly is electron beam machining, what are the fundamental components of EBM, and later on we will understand how it is used in machining of ceramics through some analysis. Next slide. Let's start with why electron beam machining, why there was a need for EBM. So there are many reasons that led to invention of EBM, but mainly there are four as follows. As we all know by our basic understanding that cutting tools should be harder than workpiece for machining. So there is a need of machining which makes us tools with high strength and hardness. Secondly, to make fine holes and slots in material through conventional method is a tough task. So we need a machining process with high surface finish and low tolerance to do such tasks. Also, most of the machining process needs some kind of voltage current to pass to the workpiece. Hence, there is a need of machining process which don't need the material to be conductor. Lastly, we know that machining process such as electrochemical machining, electron discharge machining uses medium such as dielectric material for the diffusion of atoms to occur. But metals and reactive substances might react with the electrolyte, leading to disruptions in the process. Hence, there is a need of process which has no physical contact with workpiece during the machining. And EBM is the solution to all above problems. Next slide. So as mentioned above, EBM is particularly used for machining very hard material and brittle material which otherwise cannot be machined using conventional machining. EBM is mainly used for micro machining operations on thin material. These operations include drilling, perforating, slotting, and scribing, etc. It is particularly useful for machining of low thermal conductivity and high melting point materials. So basically, as the name suggests, in this process, electron beam is used. That is, high velocity electrons concentrated into a narrow beam that are directed towards the workpiece, creating heat and vaporizing the material. Also, the electron beam machine utilizes voltage in the range of 50 to 200 kilowatt to accelerate the electrons to about 50 to 80% of the speed of light. So let's dive into more detailed fundamentals of EBM, and from here Siddharth will continue.
Thank you, Shubhash. So, hello everyone. My name is Siddharth Sunadgiri and I will be continuing the presentation further. So, let us move towards the principle of electron beam machining. The basic principle of this process is the conversion of kinetic energy of electrons into heat energy. When electrons with very high velocity are impinged on the workpiece material, there is a conversion of kinetic energy of electrons into heat energy. Thus, the heat energy generated is utilized to vaporize the workpiece material. This process is generally carried out in vacuum. Otherwise, the electrons will lose their energy due to collisions with the other particles of air. Next slide, please. So let us look over the construction of the EBM process. So in this process, when the high voltage DC source is provided to the electron gun, the electrons are generated by the cathode. Simultaneously, tungsten filament wire gets heated and the temperature rises up to 2500 degrees Celsius. Further, electrons are pulled by the anode and hence the velocity of the electrons is gradually increased. As the electron beam leaves the anode section, the speed of the electrons may rise up to 50 to 80% of the speed of the light. After that, the beam is made to pass through series of magnetic lenses. The magnetic lens reduces the divergence of the beam and it allows only convergent beam to pass through it. Further, the deflecting coil makes sure that the beam does not deflect. Thus, a highly focused and intense beam of electrons is obtained. Next slide, please. So summing up, the electromagnetic lens and deflecting coil focuses the high energy electron beam onto the desired spot of the workpiece surface. So finally, highly energized electron beam is impinged on the workpiece where the kinetic energy of electrons is converted into thermal energy and the material of the workpiece is removed. The different stages of the EBM process is being displayed in the presented slide. Handing over to Piyush.
Thank you, Siddharth. So hello there, this is Piyush. So now we will take an example of aluminium ceramic and try to understand EBM on it. So first we take aluminium green sheet since it is a non-conducting material, so it can charge. So to prevent this, we can use a layer of conducting material and laminate it through it so that all charge passes through it and it does not get charged. So this is all about our workpiece. Next, our electron source is tungsten filament which generate 150 kilowatt electron volt beam, and this beam is passed through a aperture and controlled by a blanking plates, and then the beam is focused through a magnetic lens on the target. Next. So this beam energy is absorbed by the workpiece, and this raises the temperature of the workpiece above the boiling point and the binder so that it can melt. In this way, material is removed and a void is formed. By repeating this process, we can make holes and linear grooves on the workpiece. So finally, we have completed EBM on green sheet aluminium. So now Siddharth Verma will continue. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pius. As Pius said, in order to see the current scenario of electron beam machining of ceramics, in this process, two features are machined for internal wiring or bias and interconnecting line structure. As we can see in the shown figure, wires can be made as small as around 30 micrometer in diameter on a spacing of around 100 micrometer, and line grooves can be made as fine as around 35 micrometers in width and 50 micrometers in depth, using 100 kilo electron volts at 1 milliampere beam current. This is the material composition of alumina ceramic sheet, where alumina is 90% and polyvinyl butyl is 6.7%. Dibutyl phthalate is 3. The electron beam process throughput is not comparable to the conventional cut techniques. However, a quick turnaround prototype product build, which is the key for today's competitive marketplace for advanced packaging technology. Although there are several challenges are faced by engineers, like it is limited to generating via holes only, and not it is not suitable for large workpiece because the material machining cost is very high, so it can't be used for large machining. Standoff distance between the gun and workpiece is limited to maximum of 19 millimeter, and it is applicable only for the thin materials, and also it requires high energy consumptions, high capital cost, and material removal rate is very low. It's limited only low conductive material, so it can't be used for machine advanced ceramics materials. So our future work could be redirect to analyze the impact of different conditions on environment materials, evaporation of material, sorry, like evaporation conditions, physical conditions, and another could be the effect of input parameters on the evaporation rate, like how evaporation rate would be changing with the respect of input current, impulse size of electron beam. With this, we come to our end of this presentation. Thank you.